this morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
No, Watson, not yet, and I won't have time to.
Read it before you leave. It's outrageous.
If you insist.
Alright. Alright. Whoops. There we go. Sherlock Holmes at the home of the Sherlock Holmes at the home of the Marquis of Cunningham. The investigation is a fiasco. Yesterday's celebrated detective Sherlock Holmes was invited to the manor of the Marquis of Cunningham to supply his conclusions following his investigation into the disappearance of the priceless Samoan necklace. It should be recalled that the lady called in the detective after the police appeared flummoxed in the face of the astonishing circumstances surrounding the theft. Indeed, the valuable piece of jewelry disappeared while the door to the room in which it was displayed was locked. The alarm was raised by the servants, alerted by the room service bell ringing out during the night. When the Marquis, the only person in possession of the key, opened the door, everyone rushed in to extinguish the fire that started before it vanished. Okay. The most astonishing event in the note that was found within the room, and all the exits were closed. As usual, Dr. Holmes resolved the case in the twinkling of an eye, and the jewel was recovered. I will not waste my time on the various explanations as to the disappearance, because I would prefer to draw your attention, dear readers, to the last surprising developments in the case. Following the departure of Sherlock Holmes, who placed the necklace in the safe himself, the Marquis noticed that the jewel was nothing but a poor copy of the original. Let it not be forgotten that the Samoan necklace, although plain and without ornament, is unique because of the rarity of its pearls which are found only in a small part of the lagoon of the archipelago of the same name, and to which scientists attribute their exponential quality to the strong density of crystal of aragonite that they are made of. The priceless necklace, brought here at the beginning of a century by Lord Fenton Arwick, the Marquis's grandfather and an eminent explorer, should have been part of her daughter's dowry for her marriage to the Duke of Newcastle. So I am going to place a simple question. Should we not, in all open-mindedness, ask ourselves if the necklace was not simply and deliberately exchanged for a fake by Dr. Holmes himself? I am aware, dear readers, that the brutality of this question, without any preconceptions, may certainly shock some of you. But the facts are there, and our thoughts and judgments should not be confused with the regard which we all share for the famous detective. It is not the first time that the Globe Explorer has expressed its reservations as to Sherlock Holmes' methods. Do not forget our counter-investigation into the escape of... I can't pronounce it. Arsène Lupin? The Frenchman who took malign pleasure in tarnishing? Is that what it is? Tarnishing, okay. Tarnishing the image of our royal family, and who, by lucky chance, managed to elude capture by Mr. Holmes. At the time, we did not hesitate to consider a tacit complicity on the part of the latter. For those who are familiar with Mr. Holmes, it is quite apparent that his character traits show more of the opportunist and brilliant usurper than that of the altruistic defender of the law. I would draw the attention of our readers to the suggestion that the description of this gentleman provided by his friend Dr. John Watson through his stories is a long way from the truth. Oh my god, how long is this thing? Okay. Indeed, his behavior is derisive, contemptuous, haughty, and offensive towards the police, and in particular towards Inspector Baines, replacing Inspector Lestrade, who is currently convalescent. And an habitual abuser to... Okay.
Prince Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow. You know, Watson, that
Oh,
wherever
sorry,
glory
I didn't mean
walks,
to skip it.
jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines. The door's open.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second-to-last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Have you read that, Rag?
Oh, we get to choose how to direct our conversation. Slander.
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true. About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, returned it to its place.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
Perhaps I am. Let's talk about the necklace.
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
There's nothing else to talk about other than the Marchioness.
And the Marchioness.
She is beside
Marchioness!
herself.
Okay, I
Without the
mispronounced
necklace,
it.
her marriage is compromised. It is the principal item of the young woman's dowry.
What a lovely marriage.
Let's examine.
Holmes, forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewelry?
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector.
Be my guest.
Very well.
Okay, let's talk to Watson real quick.
What do you think, Holmes?
I don't know what to think. I didn't get it yet, but okay. I don't know. Where's the necklace? Oh, there it is. It's on the table. Find out if the necklace is authentic or not. Well,
This pearl is a different color.
obvious pearl is obvious.
This pearl is a different color. These three pearls are...
Yeah, they are of poor quality. And what else is going on?
This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here. Too many defects. This necklace is a fake. This is nothing but a vulgar copy, and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
How could we have been fooled by such a blatant imitation? I don't understand.
Yes, how is it possible? Holmes, do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea. You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now it is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
You may accompany me, Watson, if you care to do so.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Goodbye, Inspector. You mentioned a bishop, didn't you? Are we going to his home?
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. I put his address on our map of London on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
All right, Holmes.
I control Dr. Watson! Okay. Anyway, I believe that's his desk. Whoops, I did not mean to do that.
Holmes's homemade analyzer.
Too many homes.
The work table, where Holmes analyzes things.
Okay. That's apparently not his desk. Is that his desk? No. I'm assuming that's his desk. Also, look at that Doctor Who reference. There it is.
I have found your map.
I will now say everything that I am doing. Instant teleportation! Sorry, I've been a little hyper today.
The police? Already? How did you know?
May we see the Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But come in.
What was the butt for?
What has happened, Reverend?
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think. I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God. How horrible. I haven't called anyone. How did you know that?
Holmes, look!
The Bishop, appallingly mutilated.
Oh my.
How dreadful.
Mutilated. And killed. He was such a good man. How could anyone be so brutal? Look at him. He is barely recognizable now. How could any of God's children be responsible for that?
They were evidently unworthy children, Reverend. Now do please try to calm yourself and focus, because we will need your assistance. Do you have any idea as to the motive behind this?
I haven't had time to do an inventory, but nothing appears to have been stolen. And anyway, His Excellency didn't own anything of great value. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Note this down, please, Doctor.
Doctor? But you aren't the police?
No, Reverend. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We are here at the request of the Bishop.
How
In that
did
case, I
he
must
not
ask you
know
to
this?
leave, and not to touch anything. I must get in touch with the authorities without further delay.
Reverend, when the inspectors of Scotland Yard find themselves at a dead end, which they quite often do, I assure you, then they turn to me for help. If you will allow us to continue our investigation, then you shall have the answers to all of your questions.
Out of the question! I don't even know you! I'm going to call the police, whether you like it or not.
You don't even know the
It would be
police.
better for everyone, Reverend, if you kept your temper. Watson, are you taking notes? This affair promises to be a complex one, therefore we must not overlook the slightest detail.
Yes, Holmes. I am keeping a meticulous set of notes. I have created a very clever deduction board. One thing we can be sure of at the moment is that this crime was not for gain. The Reverend has informed us that nothing valuable was stolen, and indeed, it would seem that the Bishop had nothing of any worth to take.
Very good, Watson. Do continue.
Alright, so now we're going to investigate the Bishop's death. The Bishop didn't know anything of value, not even in his safe. Okay, we're going to quit that. Alright. So, we need to find some clues. Yes, I do. Whoops. I keep pressing E. I don't know why.
There is blood on this paperweight.
Okay. Let's look at this.
The picture of Peregrine Maitland, commander of the infantry brigade of Her Majesty's Guards at Waterloo.
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name as his ancestor, an illustrious family.
Indeed. Take a look at the cabinet.
This metal rod is for fastening the chilies.
Okay.
A whip?
No, it is a discipline for self-flagellation.
Okay. Yeah. Let's close that. I'm assuming that's a save. We won't look into that until we find some clues. He might have a password for it or something.
A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt. A broken phial and blood near the neck.
What a strange smell. Phew. Chemical components, I think.
Alright. A broken flask. What is that? A metal stick? Pocket knife and matches. Alright, where's the... Okay, there it is. A flask. Broken flask has some blood at its top. Oh, we get to make a choice? Let's not do that right now. Yeah, let's close this for now. Alright, let's keep searching for clues. Let's see.
A bottle of...
I already read that. I was trying to look at the thing on the floor.
A broken bottle of whiskey. However, the Bishop of Knightsbridge was known for his sobriety. It would seem that the brutes who tortured the bishop to death were intoxicated with alcohol.
Also, I just noticed that the bishop's fingers are broken. That is horrible. Also, him being killed. Dang it!
This stove is filled to overflowing.
Interesting.
A surgical scalpel covered in blood.
Huh. Okay.
Closed. The veranda door hasn't been forced. Strange. Reverend, might I have the key?
No! You have no authority here. Let me call the police.
Perhaps we should listen to him, Holmes.
Perhaps you should let me get on with this, Watson.
Alright, let's see about
This door has not been forced. Where does it lead, Reverend?
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
Let's go inside! Oh, we can't go in? Alright, fine. Alright, let's take a look at the body. Oh my goodness.
You can see by his expression that he suffered terribly.
His mouth is covered in blood, and I can make out strips of skin between his teeth.
What? What?
His chest has been lacerated, I would say, with a very sharp and fine blade. There isn't any doubt the wounds on the bishop were administered with this scalpel.
Is there anything else that I need to examine? Nope, okay, I think I'm good. What do I do with this?
You can see
His mouth is...
Yeah, I know.
his chest.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I need to do anything. Let's take a look at, his legs. Oh my god.
A finger. Apparently it doesn't belong to the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
How dreadful.
It's gross.
These burns are terrible.
Obviously.
His feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
You? But what does it matter, Holmes?
It may matter to the case. I don't know. Anyway, I think we're done looking at the body. I think we're done looking at the body. Oh, we may need to look at his hands. Oh my god.
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck. The fingers have...
Yeah, no kidding.
His stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't made recently.
So, these wounds were not made by his murderers.
Okay.
His forearms have been ripped. Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten alive. Yet I've noticed a curious degeneration of the skin tissue around the wounds.
My dear friend, everything points to this man having gnawed at his own forearms.
That's unbelievable, Holmes.
It could be possible. I mean, what is
A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man.
I mean, it could be possible that he gnawed at his own forearm. I mean, we obviously found strips of skin in between his teeth. It's pretty gruesome, though. Anyway.
Something is missing here.
Yep.
Oh, yes? And what might that be?
His shoes. Watson, his shoes are missing.
What? Also, we need to take a look at that safe as soon as we do this little dance. Okay, I'm done.
The picture of...
The Bishop
Nope.
of...
I didn't want to click on that. It's a puzzle.
I need something. I am missing some...
You need
Impossible to open it.
a knife.
I am missing...
Okay, let's quit then.
Reverend, I'm missing something. An implement with which to open this chest. Could you tell me where to find it?
No, go to the devil.
What are you afraid of, Reverend? What is inside the chest?
I'm not afraid of anything. In fact, I do have the necessary implements, but if I have to give them to anyone, it will be to a representative of the law and no one else.
Sounds kind of suspicious. What is that? What is that? What is that on the floor? I want it.
Watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson. Footprints can often provide more vital information than the very best of informants.
Yes, if you know how to make them talk, that is.
It's child's play, Watson. We will begin by excluding the contaminating prints, which are yours and mine from where we came in, and those of our dear Reverend who was so impatient to call the police.
Okay. There were 3. Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Size 9. Size 9.5. Size 9.5. Size 9.
So there are possibly 3, 4.
Size 9. Size 9. Nothing of interest here. A fragment of stone. Peculiar.
Let's see. Anything else?
This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems recent. It is not a laborer's shoe. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on the soles. Hobnail boots like those... Hobnail boots. Hobnail...
Okay.
Well-worn... Nothing of interest. Nothing of it.
Okay, I'm gonna guess there's at least 3.
Perfect. We now know that there were 3 crooks.
One left the room wearing what?
Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here. Therefore, we have 3 men who came in and left again, but one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the ones which he came in with.
So, all we have to do is look for a workman who likes Italian shoes.
That seems legit, right? Have I not looked in that cabinet well enough? No, I don't want to look at the box. I don't want to look at the box.
It's a cilice, designed to bruise the person wearing it. The bishop wore it as repentance. This very pious man must have had the habit of mortifying his flesh as a means of repentance.
Alright, I think we're done here. Yep, we're done. Alright, now let's see. Look at our notes so far. Alright, slack. Bishop's shoes are missing. I'm gonna say that. I am not too sure. Oh, this is hard. Murderers are unable to open the safe. I'm gonna say this one. As far as these, the bishop didn't own anything of value, not even in his safe. The veranda wasn't used, which means either the murderers got the wrong person or the murderers were looking for something specific. I'm gonna say that. No, that couldn't have been it. Well, maybe. I'm gonna... I'm just gonna say that. Alright, what else is there to explore? Other than this suspicious looking character.
You have no right to search here.
I figured you would say that. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything over here that I need to inspect? Nope. Okay. Sorry, this episode was running kind of long.
What do you think, Holmes?
I do not know what to think. Oh, is there something else on his body? Oh god. Then I will have to look. Guessing it's his foot? No? Oh, I see something. Oh wait, that was already there. Never mind. Oh, I see
This
the rope.
poor man was tied just below the knees.
To stop him from walking, certainly, but mostly to free his feet.
My God, Holmes, this man was horribly tortured.
Alright. Let's look at what we have so far. I'm just gonna say that. Try it up right now. Alright, I think we're done investigating right now. Unless there's something else I need to investigate. Like maybe his bedroom? Like that's the only place I haven't searched. Okay, now I'm able to search the bedroom. What the heck? Okay, bed.
The bishop's bedroom. It is very...
Okay, nothing of interest there. Is there anything else that I need to investigate? Where it happened to my magnifying glass? Chair. It's a suspicious looking chair.
Closed.
Yes, I know it's closed. Maybe this will help me get into the case.
These traces reveal that the thieves tried to open this chest. Impossible to open it. Impossible to open. I am missing. I am
clueless right now. I am not Sherlock Holmes. I'm trying to go forward, but it's making me do a little dance. Okay. Is there anything else that I could possibly be missing other than leaving?
I cannot leave now.
Okay. I don't know.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Alright, we did. Did it. Wait, did we? Hold on. Did we complete it? Oh, the torture. Wait, hold on. What was the thing again? Okay, the victim was savagely tortured. The bishop was mortifying himself. He was used to pain. So I'm gonna say that. Bishop's murders didn't get what they wanted. Oh, so they light up green if you get it right? Okay. Alright then. I don't... No, I'm just gonna say they made them drink it. I think we got everything squared away, you know? I don't know what else we could do. I don't want to look at notes. What else can we investigate, honestly? I really don't know what to do. Ah! No!
Closed.
Okay, how about if I use this to pick the lock?
Closed.
No? No! It won't work? Okay. Is there anything else? Anything at all? Maybe even that torn up piece of paper up there. I don't know. No!
You have no right to...
I know. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a bad man.
This stove is...
What is that on the floor? What is that? Is that a crack? That's a crack. Dang, I'm just trying to find something. Anything.
impossible. I am missing some information.
How are you missing information? You have all the information you need! Unless I chose the wrong thing in the deduction board. I'm just gonna say that right now. That seems to make the most sense, but why are these lit up? I'm gonna assume that. Came back for shoes. This makes the most sense. I don't know what else to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I fail as a detective. God dang. No.
Let us look at our deduction.
We already did. No.
I cannot leave now.
Oh my God. What else can I do? I've done everything! What about the finger? What about the finger?
Let us look at our...
No! Oh my God, I'm getting frustrated now. What the heck is this? Oh, I changed my view. Honestly, I like this better, but... what can I do? There is nothing to do! My God, is there...
Let us look at our...
We did already! We looked at it several times! I'm just gonna say that. God dang it. I'm gonna have to look up the answer to this. I'm really sorry, but I don't know. I'm just looking up the walkthrough for the Bishop murder chapter. That's all I'm looking at. Okay, so I was right about the 3 crooks. And I did select the wearing different shoes. I got that right. I did something right. Approach the cabinet to the opposite room, the picture of finger D. To speak with the Reverend again, then open the left lower door to examine the lift in the middle round on the right. Leave the cabinet, walk up. Inspect the mattress and a small window above it before exiting the room. Then approach the glass doors on your left that'll lead the veranda and activate a cutscene. Okay, I did not see a window in that room. I did not inspect it. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go.
It is impossible to get out. It is impossible to get...
Alright. we add anything to the deduction board? Doesn't look like we added anything. Also, I read that this was the actual right answer.
Perfect.
Yes!
It is evident that the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers were after something specific, and that they did not find it. Reverend, I shall ask you one more time. Open the chest. The item they were seeking must still be inside. It is unlikely that they will...
Alright, I'm out of the walkthrough right now. I've literally just exited out. I don't need it anymore.
to rest. They will most certainly return to finish what they started.
And I'm telling you once more, the chest is locked and shall remain so.
Very well. We have reached an impasse. You are a stubborn man, Reverend. Watson, accompany our friend to the police station and return with Inspector Baines. Baines and no one else. I shall wait for you here. Go. Alone at last. Now I can continue my investigation.
Oh, you sneaky, sneaky Holmes.
I am missing some information.
Oh my god!
This lock should be
Let's pick it! Where's my... Alright, we shall pick this lock in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos that I'll post soon. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's scary.
Yes, got it.
What? This was a beautiful work of art. It was a good rain door. Rain door. Rain door.
Rain door. Rain door!
Rain door.